Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Hall of Fame promoter and my good friend Frank Warren. Frank, looking very smart today, far cry from the casual Frank Warren we saw at your house recently. How you doing?
I'm all right, Dan. How are you?
Yeah, good. 2 press conferences in 2 days.
What's going on?
Magnificent Seven, then Shiraz Williams. Back to the good old days.
Yeah, we've got lots of stuff going on at the moment, and some really good quality fights that we're putting together, so I'm delighted. This Magnificent Seven show is it's a fabulous event, for boxing fans. There's seven top of the bill fights, one after another. All of them got a story. Some of the best young talent, some of the best older talent, and some good fighters from around the world on the card. So I think it's going to be a fabulous night. I really do think it's going to be a real good boxing fest.
I spoke to Denzel Bentley earlier. He's in good spirits, looking forward to fighting Nathan Heeney, but he did remark that he would have quite fancied the Liam Williams fight for himself. He saw that as quite a big opportunity. Why was it Hamza that got that shot?
Well, because he's got the British title, and we promised that we would get Nathan a title fight. We were trying to get a show on in Stoke for him over the summer, but we couldn't get to Stoke City's ground because they had work going on, and it was even money whether we could get him there next summer after the football season, and he's been driving me mad for a title fight, so we come up with this one. It's a good fight. It's a really good quality fight, and there's nothing to stop them two down the road. Whoever wins that one, fighting the winner of the fight in December. So it's a real good story for everybody concerned.
Now, we spoke to you last week, as we were talking about just now, and you said that Matchroom should stop worrying about your business in terms of Fury Usyk. That was put to Eddie Hearn by one of my colleagues, and he said it is his business because he helps to promote Filip Hrgović, and they felt that fight was announced to put off the mandatory of Hrgović. What do you make of his response?
Well, that's stupid. Look, what happened was that we made the fight, and all the governing bodies, we had to then put the contracts in. Once we put the contracts in the IBF case, they would obviously tell Hrgović what the position was. So what would have happened then? You'd have had them announcing our fight. So that's the reason we did it. That's it. We haven't talked about it. All we said, it's signed. That's all we've said. And that's it. And I'm not in the Hrgović business. If I was Hrgović, I'd be looking at them and thinking, you know what, fellas, I've been sitting around on my arse waiting a long time for this. Maybe I should be seeing how long I've got left on my contract. Maybe I should be going elsewhere. Go with somebody who's going to make it happen for me.
Is that an open offer to Filip Hrgović to jump ship?
I would not do that. I wouldn't interfere with anybody else's contract.
I should hope not. Saw something posted by Boxing News, which I know is your favourite periodical, recently, saying that the only thing now that can stop Fury Usyk, because there are binding contracts in place, is if one of the two of them retired. Is that, in your view, the only potential obstacle?
I think that's a fair comment. Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. If one retired, obviously, then that would happen. But why are they going to retire with the money that they've got on the table? Now, Tyson obviously can't afford to slip up on the 28th, and no one's taking that for granted. In fact, there's more pressure on him now than there was before. There's a lot of pressure on him. And as far as Ngannou's concerned, he's got everything to gain and nothing to lose. Look, that fight is going to be what I've said from day one. As soon as that bell goes, they're going to have a bang-up. I don't think it'll last long. It'll be a bang-up. They'll be throwing shots. Because Tyson, that's how Tyson's been fighting these last few fights. He's been standing there and trading with the hardest puncher in the last 40, 50 years in heavyweight boxing, in Wilder. He's going to be now trading punches, and I think he'll stand toe-to-toe with the hardest puncher from UFC, and according to the Guinness Book of Records, the hardest puncher in sport. So it's going to be, it's going to be absolutely riveting, exciting, and quick, in my opinion. But I may be wrong, but I don't think I will be.
Now, I asked you previously and you declined to answer, but I've got to try again. Is there a rematch clause for Fury and Ngannou?
Well, why are we going over old ground?
You've got to give me credit for trying. But on a similar note, and I didn't ask about this previously, Fury Usyk, the deal that's in place that's been signed, is that just for one fight or is it for 2 fights?
I can't get into the contracts because they're confidential.
How easy then, you can tell us this, was it to deal with Usyk and his team this time around?
Well, it was easy because the deal was easily put together because their contract expired with Skill Set Challenge. They signed with them, when was it, about 9 months ago or a year ago? Last year they signed them. So, and nothing could happen. And there was a little window when we tried to make a fight when their contract had expired with them, and they agreed it, then pulled out, and then we then re-signed. So that's the reason it didn't happen, because Tyson never ever had an offer. But it's on now. Look, that's the main thing. It's signed. That is what this is all about. It's signed. It's fantastic news, and it's positive stuff rather than negative. Everything about this is positive.
So was Skills Challenge kind of vanishing or whatever happened? Was that the turning point in this fight happening?
Well, once he was out of contract, he was out of contract. So then that makes it easier to make things happen.
And he's happy with the financial side, I'm guessing. He's agreed to it.
He signed a contract, so he better be, because he ain't going to be getting any more.
Now, there is a big show taking place this weekend. You might not see it that way, but KSI, as a fellow Arsenal fan, has got some of your affection, I guess. Him against Tommy Fury. What do you make of it and the whole influencer boxing in general?
Look, we did the show. We put the fight together for Tommy against Jake Paul. Oh, yeah. And huge money for him. He earned huge money. Both the guys earned huge money. And I've said at the time, and I haven't changed my opinion, that good luck to them. If that's what if people want to buy into it and they're buying into it for whatever reason, then good luck to them. God bless them and earn some money. As long as it's medically that they're both had gone through everything to make sure that they're fit and there's no problems. And on the night of the fight, they've got medical cover there. Good luck to them. Go and earn some money. I haven't got a problem with that.
Would you ever go back into it yourself, put on some of those type of fights?
No, I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, I did. We did it for Tommy because it was, it was huge money for him. It was life-changing money, absolute life-changing purse for him.
And what do you make of it as a fight itself? Who do you back, and how easy do you think it will be on either side?
I've not seen KSI fight, so I couldn't tell you.
He's an Arsenal man, Frank.
I'll see a fight in the crowd the other way.
Yeah,
was that him?
It
might have been him. No. I haven't seen him fight, so I can't make any comment on that. Look, Tommy is, show you where he's at with these guys. He's a professional boxer. He's come from a professional boxing background. He should have the beating of all these fellas.
What do you make of the overall effect of this type of boxing on traditional boxing? Good, bad, indifferent?
It's indifferent. I think it has its audience. I don't think the audience of boxing, what I would say, real boxing fans. I think they are what they are. They're YouTube supporters, or it's a very young audience, and that's great. If they're interested, they're interested. I'm sure when they see some what I would call boxing at its highest level, they'll buy into that big time, and that's why this fight with Tyson and Ngannou, it's opened another avenue for people to watch Tyson in action and watch and it will be fought in a boxing ring, and hopefully Tyson comes through. That's going to bring a bigger audience, who are going to watch him hopefully in the unification title fight.
Final question, because you've got a big press conference to host, but if you could fight anyone, non-boxer, celebrity, whatever, who would it be and why? Yeah, you. Who would it be and why? Who do you want to punch, Frank?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a bit of a long queue, that is. Now, who is it? Who'd be at the front of that queue? I don't know. Who would I like to... I can think of a couple of names, but it better be mismatches. I mean, even at my age, I'd knock them over.
Who are we talking about, Frank? Come on.
All of them.
All of them. All right.
All the ones that you're thinking of, I wouldn't mind.
Eddie Hearn?
I wouldn't have any problem, me and them going into a room, just in the room, close the door, and the winner comes out. I wouldn't have a problem.
Frank, really appreciate it, mate. Break a leg and all that.